Now, as we continue to cover this National Day of Truth and Reconciliation, I want to welcome Tina Taphouse. She's an interior Salish photographer, designer, and presenter. And if you're wearing an orange shirt today, it's possible it features her design. And it's a very personal design. Tina, thank you so much for making time for us.
Thank you for having me today. I just want to quickly acknowledge that I'm coming to you from the unceded and ancestral territory of the Kwantlen, Katzie, Matsqui, and Semiahmoo First Nation.
Thank you for that, Tina. And we do, of course, want to bring your design into this interview that we're doing with you right now. Can you tell us a little bit about your design while we show it to our viewers?
So I am a 60s scoop survivor. My mom, she gave me up for adoption so I wouldn't have to attend the Kamloops Indian Residential School. So July 12th, 2012 is when I went up to Lillooet and I met her. She passed away last year in August, and I've had this image in my mind for months since she passed away. And so that's what this, that's the story behind the design of my orange shirt. That's me and my mom meeting in Lillooet, July of 2012.
You know, it's such a powerful image, and of course the story you've shared with us, heartbreaking, important, and also so powerful. And you say that your mother was with you when you designed this shirt. What was that process like?
Yeah, she was with me when I made them last year. I made a shirt last year. But like I said, it was what was in my heart that I wanted to show us meeting. And so she would sit with me last year while I designed. And when I made the shirts, you know, I do vinyl weeding and heat pressing. She would sit here quietly and watch me make them. So now, this year when I was making them, I can feel her still with me here when I make them.
You know, this day of truth and reconciliation, this is the second time it's being marked in this country. And certainly, I imagine for your mother, it would have been very important, given what she endured, given what you've also endured. And it is a day for people to reflect. What are you reflecting on the most today?
I do want to say, like we've been saying all week, you know, this day, but for us Indigenous, it's not just today, it's this week, it's every single day. We carry it in our hearts about all of us are a product like from residential school, whether we attended, our parents or our grandparents, ancestors were all from residential school. So it is a day to reflect for everybody else and learn about what happened in residential school and why we have today. Phyllis Webstad, she's the one, she went to St. Joseph's Mission in Williams Lake, and on her first day of residential school, she was wearing this really bright orange shirt that her grandma had given her, and they took that away from her on our first day. So that's why we have Orange Shirt Days, because of Phyllis Webstad. And now she has, you know, an amazing organization that it talks about residential schools. She gets to share her story. And as I understand it, they're in Toronto right now, and Niagara Falls will be turning orange today. So,
you know, it's a color, it's a T-shirt, it's an article of clothing, but it's also a very powerful symbol when we see so many people wearing it. And of course, so many children in school they might be off today, but they've been learning about this. What do you think, or how do you feel about the fact that there's actually an education component now for young people about what happened?
Yeah, I do want to give credit to our educators. Orange Shirt Day has been going on for quite a few years now, and you would see mostly just Indigenous or school-age children wearing them. So I give credit to our educators for talking to them about it and educating about residential school and why we have Orange Shirt Day. So now, since 2015, we have more people wearing them, and what I've noticed is people are scrambling to get the orange shirt, but they don't know why they're wearing it. And many Indigenous artists have made them this year, which is amazing. It's very beautiful. But when, say I've been contacted on Marketplace and they'll say, oh no, I found, a shirt closer, or I found, one cheaper, and then they're gone. It kind of, it tugs at my heart, and it tugs at every Indigenous artist's heart who makes orange shirts, because, we have the background, our artist background from our ancestors, and we make these shirts to acknowledge our family and to honor our family who did go to residential school. So to just, throw me aside, because they found someone cheaper or closer, it hurts, but it's frustrating and maddening as well. So I just want to make sure that I want everyone to know, when you buy an orange shirt, find out who the artist is and find out if there's a story or their inspiration behind it, because it's more than just wearing an orange shirt today.
It certainly is, when we also think about the design that you have put forward on the orange shirt that, of course, you're wearing, and the design that we've been sharing with our viewers. I finally wanted to ask you what it's like for you when you see people wearing that beautiful image that you created of your experience.
It's, I wish my mom was here so she could see. She could see that, she's being honored today just by my friends and family and my new friends wearing the shirt today. But it's good to see so many people wearing orange shirts today, and just to remember that every shirt that you're wearing made by an Indigenous artist, they all have a story. We all have a story. We all have hurt. But we're here to honor, and we're here to honor it with our shirts. It's just a tiny little thing, but it's good to see. And I really love seeing youth. I made some baby onesies today, so I know that there's some 6-month-old, 12-month-olds wearing it as well. So it's beautiful to see so many people wearing orange shirts today.
Tina, I know it's not always easy to share these stories, and we so appreciate you doing that challenging task on this important day and sharing your experience with all of us and this beautiful design. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
That is Interior Salish photographer and designer Tina Taphouse joining us from Langley, British Columbia.